Hello, I wanted to make another video and welcome you to the class and to your first week of assignments. So just to clarify, classes on campus started Tuesday, September 5th, that's today, and our class officially starts today. And I just wanted to let you know that assignments are posted on Tuesdays. And so this is just giving you an idea of how the class is going to run. Every Tuesday, assignments will be posted, and they are due the following Monday at like 11:59 p.m. So you want to pace yourself during the week to make sure you have enough time to complete everything that's due. Okay, and again, there was a glitch over the weekend with students not being able to register in MyMathLab, and I hope everything is cleared up. If it's not, you really need to email me and either let me know what's happening, but definitely call the Pearson support line because everything should be working now. There was a glitch on how Blackboard and MyMathLab were integrating each other, and that should be fixed. Okay, so I apologize. It wasn't any fun for me either, so I hope it didn't cause you any undue stress. So now it's time to move forward, and I just wanted to kind of cover a few things that you might not realize with MyMathLab and how assignments work. But every week you're going to have a reading assignment, a homework assignment, well, there's actually 2 full assignments, and within each assignment there's a reading, homework, and some quizzes, and every 3 weeks there's going to be a test, okay, that covers that material. So the one thing I wanted to make sure you understood, for homework assignments, you have unlimited answers. You feel free to go back. If you get an answer incorrect and you've worked it out incorrectly, the whole idea with homework is to give you an opportunity to practice, and if you see where the mistake is, you just go back and you have opportunities to correct that answer in MyMathLab. So once you hit or click check answer and it says incorrect, you just really go back and input another answer, rework the problem, and all of these are multiple choice where you're given an answer in most cases and you would put in the right answer. So homework assignments, you really want to strive to get that 100% on those assignments, because for quizzes and tests you will not have that opportunity. So on those assignments for a quiz and a test, you only have you can only input one answer, and then you'll be forced to move on to the next question. Okay, so homework assignments are 10 points, quizzes are 20 points, and each test is 100 points. Okay, so the bulk of your grade is definitely going to be your tests. So there are actually 5 exams, and you will have a final at the end of the course. Okay, because this information builds on each other, it makes sense to have a final exam at the end of the semester. Okay, but every time you go into MyMathLab, the assignments will be there, and there's 2 grade books. You're going to have a grade book in MyMathLab, and you'll be able to keep track of all your assignments and how you have done. And also in Blackboard there is a grade book, and that is going to have your overall average. I talked to another professor, and it just seemed there were so many assignments that were coming into Blackboard, it just got a little much to see. And since MyMathLab has everything laid out, the calendar's there, it was easier just to use what they have available and not make things any more complicated for you, okay? But if you have any difficulty, the grade book in Blackboard, it's updated, it has to be refreshed, I guess. So we'll see, the grades should be imported. If you find something is not matching in Blackboard between MyMathLab and Blackboard, then send me an email and I'll look into the grade, okay? But just to let you know what you're heading into for week 1, we're going to be covering sections 1.1 and 1.2 out of the introductory algebra book, Blitzer. And if you don't have a hard copy, that's okay. You don't need a hard copy, that was an option. The e-text, they call it, is online, and you can read every section online, okay? They also have video presentations, and that's why I was thinking I could give you some examples in this video, but to me they cover everything. If you find that's not sufficient, please let me know, and I can put some things together, because I think what I feel I'm missing about this course is me actually being able to teach the math, which I enjoy. So just to let you know, 1.1 is an introduction to algebra. What is algebra? Algebra is using variables to represent numbers. So they talk about that, and really it's, can you substitute if you have an expression? So the difference between an expression and an equation is basically the equal sign. And if you have an expression such as x plus 5, and they want you to evaluate that when x is 4, you just substitute the 4 for x, and you would have 4 plus 5, and that is 9. Okay? The other piece you're going to get into in section 1.1 is translating word phrases into algebra. And a lot of this is review, but I'm sure it's not something you've done in your everyday life. Okay, so a phrase you would get would be sum of a number and 7. So sum, and in the book they have a grid that goes over, what does sum mean? Well, it's addition. So sum of a number, and usually use x, you can use n, but so it'd be x plus 7 is the expression, sum of a number and 7, and that's it. The last piece is writing each sentence as an equation. So again, you're translating, it's 4 times a number is 28. So whenever you have the word is, that's going to be the equals. Okay, so 4 times a number would be like 4x. Okay, is 28 would be equals 28. Okay, so 4x equals 28. So what I highly recommend, which I know some of you will look at the practice problems and say, I don't need to do practice, I want to go straight to the homework on MyMathLab, and that's your choice. I give you the practice problems because I feel it'll just get you into some practice and understand really what they're talking about before you actually go to do the homework assignment. The answers to the practice problems are in the appendix, and I included the page they're on, and I included the steps. You can find them online also, but I also included the page, so if you have any trouble finding the answers, everything is there. Okay, so 1.1 is the first assignment you'll be doing, and then it moves into 1.2 we're covering this week. It's really a review of fractions. So a lot of students come in, you haven't done fractions in a while, and it's a good idea, I felt, to have a review of fraction operations because we use fractions in math, and they're usually called rational numbers. Is a fraction a rational expression, rational equation? It just means fractional equations, okay? So you're going to have a review of addition, subtraction, multiplying, dividing. There's a lot out there on reviewing those operations, and there's also videos within MyMathLab. So you just have to remember when you're adding and subtracting, you need a common denominator, and how do you do that, okay? You're also going to look at prime numbers and composite numbers, and get a review of what those numbers are. So just quickly, a prime number is only divisible by 1 in itself. It's like 2 and 3 and 5 and 7, and there's more numbers, okay? Composite numbers are divisible by more than 1 itself. So if you think of 4 and 6 and 10 and on, those are composite numbers, okay? There's some prime factorization, but I gave some sites. There's definitely 24/7 tutoring available. And I will be in the Math Center again. It's actually going to be Monday and Wednesdays from 9 to 10:30. So if you're ever near the Canandaigua campus on Monday and Wednesday or any time, that Math Center is open. There's also academic support at the Victor branch and the Newark branch. So depending on where you live, if you live farther than that, I'm not sure. The support you'll need is online. We have different support services available for our online students, and I list those in the Get Help section. So good luck with the first week. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, I'll try and put a video together every week. I think it's a good idea just for me to communicate verbally what you're going to be doing in the class and what content we're going to be covering. It was nice to see your welcome emails and your post to the welcome discussion, and I hope things go well for you in this course. So good luck. Thank you. Goodbye.